It's been a frustrating first 2 days for the hosts of the Continental Cup. A sluggish start has Canada behind the 8-ball, trailing 13-5. Right now, the Canadians are sitting 2. Coming across, bang, now back it up. Oh, and it did.
Wow.
Europe has been piling on the pressure, and they don't look to let up on the weekend. Saturday kicks off with a matchup that includes skips from the Men's World's Final. Tui faces Adine. It's mixed scrambles. Continues. It's the hottest ticket in town. Full house expected here at the Sports Centre, all part of the wonderful Western Fair District here in London, Ontario. And as we go into weekend play, Europe leads by 8, having taken all of the play yesterday, 6 of the 9 points. As on this Saturday morning, we do say, hello, Canada. Welcome back to London. Cheryl Russ alongside. So it's 8 points. But if you think back to a year ago in Las Vegas, Canada is 1/2 point better than they were a year ago. However, the lead grew on Saturday, and then the comeback was far too much. So where are they?
Well, so far, the women on Team Canada have been pulling their weight. Of the 5 points we've scored so far, 4.5 of those points have been scored by the women. Homan, Fleury, and some mixed doubles games. But Kevin Cooey may have started the men on a roll last night as he salvaged a 1/2 point against a Cruz. And now with the support of his female teammates this morning, Miscu and Weigel, he may be able to score that full point they haven't been able to do so far.
Yes, dear. So here's what's ahead today on this third day. It'll be mixed doubles, and we are sandwiched between mixed scrambles, men's skips this morning and women's skips tonight. And it truly is a scramble. We've got the blender out this morning, and tonight it is a mixed team. So Kevin Cooey not only has to deal with different players, but also different techniques.
Yeah, it's all about the adjustments here for sure. He's picked up Emma Miscu at third, along with her skip Rachel. They've got all the points for the men so far. So Rachel and Emma played really well, but it's such a different release for Kevin. He's got a square release. It curls a little earlier. Emma's runs all the way down the sheet, all the way to the far hog line before it breaks. Can Kevin read the release, get the broom in the right spot to win this game?
You can tell we're two married guys, huh? Coming up, it is mixed scramble on a Saturday morning from London. Final stone. One, come across. Bump it far enough. Little more.
It has to go underneath.
Now, where are you going? You coming in far enough? Oh, yes, you are. What a great shot, Cooey. Oh, we just squeaked that card. Come over. Now move it. Oh, and he did. Brilliant shot.
That is so good.
Tap it straight back. Got it. Move it far enough for 3. Get off it. Coming across. Oh, if you got this. Oh, my goodness, you got it.
Just incredible.
The 2020 OK Tire and BKT Tires Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. The 2020 OK Tire and BKT Tires Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada, by OK Tire and BKT Tires, and by Scotties, Canada's #1 tissue.
So it is mixed scrambles on this Saturday morning. It's time to meet the teams now. It's brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. Team Canada will be skipped by Happy Birthday, Kevin Cooey, backed up by Lisa Weigel, Colton Flash, and Emma Miscu. While Team Europe, it'll be Nicholas Adine with Sophia Mobergs, Rasmus Vrano, and Sarah McManus. As the people come inside on a very mild day, rainy day here in London. When we entered the building this morning, it was +11 outside, milder, warmer than places like Phoenix and Palm Springs, but turning colder throughout the day and miserable weather north of here, freezing rain and snow. So we're glad we're here inside the Sports Centre, London Western Fair, to get us underway. The European lead, Sophia Mobergs, Canada with Last Rock playing the Redstone.
We were on the sheet B yesterday afternoon, and this is the out turn going away, the in turn going away, and out turn coming home was aggressive.
You needed your indicator on that going by the guards. It just hooks. A little slower too, wasn't it?
It was, and it took a few of the players some time to catch on to it. We were watching Brent Lang and Tracy Fleury play their mixed doubles. It just took some time before they figured it out.
And again, the first time we heard a player talk about it was Nicholas Adine. He figured it out was slower on that side. He's on the same sheet again. Team Europe's done a wonderful job of that.
Yeah, they've been able to keep their players on basically the same sheets. Let's take a look at the keys to the game now. We'll start with Europe.
Well, when you're playing a strong Canadian team like this one, you're going to have to pick your spots and roll the dice. And I think Nicholas has that sense. He knows when to go. He's a bit aggressive, and that can put some pressure on Team Canada and force them to chase. And then you really have to watch Kevin Cooey. He comes up with those big shots on his last one to put a bunch of points on the board. So angles and positional play is going to be critical for Europe to get that force and get the hammer back.
And around they go. Let's take a look now at the keys for Canada.
Well, no miscues, and we kind of touched on it in the opening with the different releases from skipper and third. I'd like to see Emma, and I'm sure she will, take charge when she's in the hack and say, Kevin, hey, a little less ice here in that out turn type thing. And that will help them execute more shots. And it's Cooey time. We haven't seen the Kevin Cooey we're used to seeing when he wins the Briars, goes to the Worlds, plays so well. He got the half last night. Maybe that'll charge him up. He has to draw a little bit better.
Keys to the game are brought to you by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like Cashmere.
Go hard.
Hey, sweet
Lisa.
Lisa Weigel comes around. Shot rock still belongs, though, to the Europeans.
But she left it in a really good spot. You can use it. Kevin Cooey, again, we just spoke about the run back ability. He'll just play setup after setup and then do something on his second or his last.
Linjen är bra, bite 4. Hålla igång den.
8!
Kör tjejer!
8!
Kör. Bra linje.
4!
Bra linje. Kortare tror jag. Det är bara gå.
8!
Kan jag köra lite nu så? Wow.
Bra led, härligt.
Drog inte så mycket kölen där. Bra spel.
Nej.
Bra stopp.
Det känns bra.
That intern Russ doesn't look as aggressive today.
No kidding.
Pretty thin.
It looks like it's like a quarter.
Yeah.
I think if you hit half, you might just tap it in though.
I think you throw firm. You're looking for about a third.
Yeah. It curled here in practice a little.
Yeah. And if you just double peel, that's fine.
So the familiarity, obviously, with Colton Flash throwing the second stones as he does with Kevin throughout the season.
No.
Get enough of the yellow to keep the red.
Good shot.
And he will get them both and roll the shooter, too.
Any more curl, that red one stays in the paint.
But again, he did realize and relayed it, Cheryl, to Kevin in practice. It was moving. It was curling.
Yes, it was. And so those are the things they're going to watch through the game. And it may not be the same, but at least you're starting off with some knowledge of what you think it might do.
Ja, gör det. Kanske sitter lite där inne då.
Staying very aggressive here, Team Europe. You could simply pick that red Canadian rock right off the button and sit 2.
Nästa igenom!
Järnet får träffa stenen.
It's still going there.
Whoa.
Bra fart.
I think Nicholas in the last couple of years has become so efficient at the soft game, his entire team, his men's team I'm talking about, that they'll play aggressive early.
Well, he had no soft game when he first joined, really.
No.
Rasmus Vrano.
Yeah, no kidding. That was the weakness, wasn't it, at the second position? And because they hit so well, they don't mind putting a pile of rocks in play, leaving a few of the enemy rocks in play, knowing they can get at them later.
14.5?
Yeah.
Well, and I think the 5-rock rule is really forced seconds to be more well-rounded. You can't just bang up and down the sheet. You have to have the touch shots. A lot of times you're not even playing a hit, or you can't.
Okay, we're there.
See if this still curls hard, because that's way out there.
Top floor.
Whoa!
Right to it, Kev.
Got a curl.
Oh, we're a little bump.
It's heavy more than anything. I think the curl's still there, Cheryl. He threw it right through it.
Cold.
Good. Nice shot.
Good.
Nice shot.
It's pretty good.
Well, in all the team games, unlike our national championships where we play just a solid 34 minutes of thinking time, we're splitting it up 17, 1 through 4, 17, 5 through 8, and in each half, teams get 2 1-minute timeouts. Just a subtle difference, trying to keep the play a little more quickly in the first half, so you're not really not banking it, as it were.
Oh, okay.
Man kan spela clearing utsidan så blir man av med den mittersta.
Risk att den blir kvar här ute dock.
I think they'll both go. You hit it a hair high side.
Ja, precis.
The red that's touching the button will glance off the side one, go out. If you throw it really hard, you'll get the top one. So it'll be spinning. Just
Yeah. And the key to this is getting rid of those back yellows, too, because they're not helping.
No.
Even if you get one red out of there.
Sarah McManus usually throws the third stones for Anna Hasselborg.
oh, too thick.
Okay.
Okay.
Good job.
You make a double on the yellows.
Yeah.
Ja, det får du.
Ah, vad rätt. Close.
I know. Hit this back one. And he's got double. Can't get rid of our red right now.
No.
Hit and roll wide.
Nice setup here. Just
Hit and roll.
Checking to see if the nose leaves a
This might
double.
come back here. You can make this, actually. Pretty good.
there's no rushing Kevin Cooey, is there?
Nose doesn't look bad.
Try throw like normal.
Everybody's firing down suggestions from the far end.
Roll an inch wide.
Emma's
You
chomping
can't
at the
roll
bit to
across the
throw.
top. So half rock's fine.
Can I wait?
Might be a little different pace of play you get used to.
Yeah, I would think so.
Close,
There's
though.
that release I was talking about, kind of a, we call it a pop release, but it'll just run so straight.
Whoa,
Whoa, whoa,
splash.
whoa, whoa.
Splash, hard splash, hard.
Pretty good.
Good.
Probably works a little more in the frost, too.
What's that? Oh yeah, it'll work way better in the frost.
Yeah. Emma
Jag tror det. Ligga kvar framför den.
Ja.
Ska jag spela 9?
Ja.
One of the strengths, I think you'd agree with me, Rush Earl, is Nicholas Adin's ability to understand angles, obviously. And it's funny because if you follow him on Instagram, when they're on the road, quite often he'll find a billiard table somewhere, and he's always playing. And it reminds me of Ed Wernick.
Right.
Wernick was one of those people that loved to play billiards. And I think, if I remember correctly, forgive me if I'm wrong, I think he roomed or knew Cliff Thorburn,
That's right.
the great Canadian billiard player, world champion, quite well. And they hung out together and took some money off a lot of people. And so in much the same vein, there is Nicholas Edin learning the angles from playing billiards.
Well, yeah, exactly. Angles, the drag effects. You can even, with two pool balls tight together, they'll actually drag a little bit, not much as much as a curling stone, but that has to help. You could argue Nicholas plays the angles more than anybody else because he's aggressive early, so there's so many rocks in play, and then they hit so well.
Don't want a nose on this. They may have tried too hard for the roll.
Probably okay.
There's to the point of our opening pick, that outward release. Rachel's used to it. Kevin's not.
That ran quite a bit straighter than the first one.
They were so worried about leaving the triple too.
Yeah.
That they tried pretty hard for the roll.
Nose was not.
Yeah.
It didn't curl up as hard and a little tighter.
Yeah, I thought it would be close, but they had kind of just slept there, I guess. Maybe it kind of ran the track.
Då är vi fine. Ja.
Will this red one jam, Cheryl?
Ska vi inte gå för den då? Gillar du den?
det där menar.
Ja.
Men jag får inte ta tjock bara.
Nej. Tänker du ring clearing?
This is dangerous because
Jag
you've
gillar
got
det
it.
här.
Look where Nicholas is aiming. He's only going to hit a quarter inch of that back red one. He overthrows this. He misses it all.
Är vi här någonstans eller?
Lite tunnare än halv. Jag kan ta lite mer is tror jag. Lite mer
I'm
ändå.
not sure it gets by that yellow.
Ja.
He's trying
Som
the
45.
double.
Ja.
I think thin.
Jag har inte råd att ta så tjockt för då kommer den där nästan draga fast och sista hur man än träffar liksom.
Ja, ser ut som det.
Så du måste få en ganska tunn träff på det.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it kind of drags back to that
It
yellow.
could. It really could. If he gets it super thin, but that brings in the miss where you put it right through the uprights.
He's got to get it fairly thin for the double though.
Oh,
so
yeah. In a swingy spot.
Lite plus.
Låt det jobba. Jobba. Helt okej.
Got him.
Okay.
Ooh, not quite.
Okej, Niklas.
Oh,
Bra spel, Niklas.
just threw it through the curl.
Fan,
oh
bra
that
vid.
was
Det är
so
bra, Niklas.
close.
Det är bra liv.
Touches that back one.
Bra på slutet där ändå.
Then he had to hit it. Great shot, really.
Den tar minsta tjock då smackar den bara
Ja, absolut.
alltid fast. Men jag tänkte också.
Sure where we're going. Split house.
What are we doing, Chris?
Back four?
Try to even them up, which is about, back four.
Back four.
Back four.
Might take a little less.
If they're even, it's fine there.
Yeah.
It's not quite as
Go
quick
a
as
little harder.
It's not as quick as the draw of the butt.
This is like drawing the pin first end. A little
Yeah.
bit high, you
Yeah.
leave a double. A little bit deep, you leave a double.
So it's more back to what we've seen.
Yeah, I think it's 14-3, 14-4.
Colton's picked up on the fact it's a hair slower on this turn. It has been all 3 days.
Line's good.
Light.
So he's not totally new to this mixed game. Obviously a winner in 2000. Beat Jim Packett of Saskatchewan in that final.
You can just
Jim
fight the
went on to represent
They get like top four.
Saskatchewan at the Briar.
Coming down.
Fight the eight foot though. Fight the eight.
Remember the team, Cheryl? Who he had on the team? Okay, here we go. Come on.
You should know one of them.
This is early in the morning.
Well, one woman you know very well.
Yeah,
I know
Susan O'Connor.
Right.
Keep going or not.
Familiar name?
Lonnie. Good
Yes.
fellow.
Yes.
Was that
and-
a go?
Yeah, and then who was throwing second stones? Very familiar curling name.
Oh, Greg. He
Northcott.
curls with my husband.
Northcott.
Yes.
Northcott.
Oh, I
There you
would have
go.
got in trouble not knowing that one.
There you go.
They're playing seniors right now.
My wife Wendy and I played in that Vic, and I had Cooey in big trouble in the extra end, and he made a 15-foot angle raise and stuck it. And I remember saying to Wendy, "Who is that guy?"
Great player. like his dad.
That was really his first.
Kevin.
When he broke through,
Yes.
really.
Not even.
No. Greg still throws an unbelievable rock as well. Well, they all do. I don't think Lonnie plays as much anymore.
Going to give the double a shot here.
Whoa! 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 Nee, nee, nee.
Right now it is Canada sitting the 2. Final stone a Dean here in the first. 1. Got it. Sure enough does.
Nothing safe. That's why he can get away once in a while, not all the time, of being maybe a little too aggressive. He left a lot of enemy rocks at play there, but managed to get out of it. Nice shot.
The other thing, though, and we've talked about this before, it's Wayne Madaw theory. Go after teams in that first, or normally 5. Here and in tour play, first 4. Go after them early. That's when the ice is best. And if the weather is iffy outside, as it is, and humidity builds up, there may be more frost later in the game. So it was setting up as a possible deuce. Ended with a nice double by Adine. On this Saturday morning, getting day 3 of the Continental Cup underway from the Sports Center at London Western Fair. Featured game, Kevin Cooey and his mixed team against Nicholas Adine, and the blank in 1 means that Cooey and the Canadians once again will have last rock. They have the hammer playing the Redstones.
2 brilliant shots by Nicholas as usual. He loves to hit, but it was really Kevin's draw that let Nicholas off the hook. He's 4 or 5 feet light, and albeit a fresh path, it was a bit of an educated guess, but that's what Kevin has to get a little bit sharper with this week, is that draw weight.
No, it's really close. The last one died.
At the end, yep. Line's good. Hard.
Boy, it just moved very big time.
Hard. Great job.
Nice shot.
Remember now, all these games featuring male skips. Tonight it'll be the female skips. So John Epping and his team against Peter de Cruz. Brendan Botcher against Bruce Mowat. Epping has Selena Negevin, Matt Cam, and Kristen McCush with him. Brendan Botcher has Sarah Wilkes, Brad Thiessen, and Rochelle Brown.
4. 4-10.
Linjen är bra. Bara fart.
4.
Bra linje. Bra
4-10.
linje. Gärna curla lite.
10. 4.
Gärna curla lite.
I'd love to not only bury this, but oh, it took off.
Ta en frys här.
Den är bara, ja,
Pick.
den är lite längre kanske.
Jag har den.
Hoping to get right to the button with it.
Jag måste
bra.
skura
Ja, det
den.
gjorde den.
Ja, den
Den
tvärstart.
tappar
låg
3
riktigt
meter
bra.
liv.
Perfekt fart, Ralle.
Ja.
Ja,
I think you play this,
sure.
and even if you just roll over here. Even if you just nut it here and roll to a corner.
Yeah, I was thinking that like 3
Probably rolling out.
Triples there, Cheryl.
Yeah, that's what
I
he
think
said.
you got, I don't know this at all.
Yeah, intern.
Actually, I don't hate this.
I don't hate you out.
Little high side firm.
And then watch the shooter on this with Colton. You might be able to
Yep.
roll it for a corner you can use.
Whoa.
Golden flash. Bang, bang. Oh, and he just ran it by. Stuffed the run back stone, so really almost just an exchange with 1 gone in the top of the 8th.
And I also
Ja.
De har väl den då, men då får vi komma runt igen.
Okej. Är det någon idé att gå runt direkt?
Lisa just came down and talked to Kevin about her 2 rocks. He felt they weren't matched for line. One was cutting more than the other. It's a great pickup to figure that out that early.
Curious here, Cheryl, with Rasmus Brano, first time they went around. now electing to throw one up center guard, and guard shot rock. Why not come around this for a second stone?
Well, I think he's really worried about that red now. They play that, and they could roll in behind. So I think he's taking that away. Delaying going in too soon. By rolling with that corner on Colton's now, or almost corner now, it gives Team Canada a chance to play something, get in behind there, and it's pretty tough for them to get rid of.
Did you ever play the long red into the port sit two?
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah, if you made it.
Or you could play that center yellow again. Yeah. Opens up the middle.
Yeah, that's smarter. The triple's still there. And you've got all the red to raise.
Yeah. No. Lisa.
Colton Flash.
Oh, yep.
As it just rides that line. Now it starts to climb. 1-2, and again, just gets one away.
Can't quite hold it. First one came up, that one did too, and that's big weight. It's just.
You think it would have to be touching the pebble to curl? Yeah, it overcurled a lot. Still a good situation for Canada. You've got the right-hand side sewn up for sure.
Nicholas will make his move a little later to go around that center.
Topp 12-8.
Japp.
8.
Wow.
8.
Räcker.
Liten tapp på den här då.
Ja, den är ner, tappar ner mot nästan.
Det är perfekt. Och så.
Bra. Ah, sorry.
I don't mind the
Det är
double.
bra, Sara.
You're on the nose.
Bra.
You ever hit it here high, you make
You can spring that red. You nose that yellow center that they just tapped, and you can spring that red if you don't overthrow it behind those corners.
don't mind that
Or could you
either.
high side it and roll your shooter in too?
Yeah, in off the back one.
Yeah.
Might catch it.
He's going with the higher one still.
Half rock.
Go to 2/3.
Okay.
Pick off.
Just still working to control the front.
Yes. That's never wrong, is it? It doesn't matter what role you play.
Whoa.
Close though.
Hit it too thin.
Emma Miscue
Yep.
No.
Oh, good shot.
Nice shot, him.
opens up
Beauty.
the outturn side, spills a Canadian
Great
rock
shot.
a second in, so Canada's sitting 2 and 3, and they do have the hammer
Pistol.
here in the second. John Epping opened with last rock, scored 1 in the first. And Bruce Mowat with the hammer, scored 1, and leading now on Brendan Botcher.
Det borde gå rakt, va?
Ja, det gör det nog. Ganska rakt.
Jag håller den annars.
Chappen är ändå helt okej också.
Ja,
Kis vill ha.
lite mindre. Lite mindre.
Japp.
Oh, don't want to hit the other red one first.
Järn!
Sarah McManus. Uh-oh. And it'll spill 1. She kills her own, however,
Det är bra.
and leaves Canada sitting the 1, center line top 12. And the scrunch of the nose will tell you a lot.
Yeah, I don't think she liked the ice, and she asked Nicholas to tighten it a bit, but then she was tight on top of it.
Right.
Well, again, you know, we talked about the adjustments that Kevin Cooey has to make.
Yeah.
That's the same for
I think you're either going here.
Nicholas Sedin.
It is, and I like that she
It's hard to get under
know,
this.
Yeah.
indicates what kind of
Riley.
ice she wants, because it's what she's comfortable with. Just don't think she had a great slide coming out.
Very similar deliveries, though, with Nicholas and Sarah, and I think it makes it a wee bit easier than the combination of Kevin and Emma. She got away with it, really. Stayed in the rings. Now it's opened up.
Well, and their yellow's usable, short
Yeah,
little
right.
run.
That's a little extra.
Wait only.
All there right
Just
now.
line.
Pretty good.
Oh, then.
Line will be
Close.
close. Oh, no, 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 no.
Okay, you got a mile of room, Flash.
Once I can go.
You gotta, it's gotta curl the other way.
Go, Flash.
Hard, 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 hard on the shooter, go, go, go. Okay,
So if we track the mistakes so far for Emma, she's had 2
Perfect weight.
Yeah.
on the wide side.
You're
And
at 14.
that's just marrying up the right burn for Kevin.
I was expecting, like, I thought this sheet went this way.
I know.
No.
No, it goes the other way.
I'm like first down the path and doubles like walked there. Doesn't now.
Jesus.
Om man vill glida lite neråt.
Ja, nästan 30 om du ska ner, Niklas.
She had perfect. Emma had perfect weight on it. Just
Yeah.
needed to get off.
Yeah.
Feeding.
Yeah.
Runt 40%. Försöka få lite glid neråt där.
Yeah.
yeah.
Another end that's turned completely around. If this is made properly, could be a little careful on down the ribbon here. He doesn't want to start this and get on inside the center line. He might hit wreck on the guard if he does that.
Whoa, whoa,
Ren!
whoa!
Ren! Ren! Japp!
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 Whoa!
Nicholas Edin
Japp, japp!
Japp! Gå, gå, gå!
cleaning up.
Härligt. Bra klippat bara.
Bra. Härligt.
Nice.
He's not
Again,
gonna-
Sarah really does know Nicholas's release, and that similar release. She not only called that to make the double, she called it to get separation between the 2 yellows.
But again, it comes down to Cheryl that we talk so often about rock position, where you leave it, the tolerance. And Emma left it in that spot. Right?
And the first end, Cooey did as well, right? They've just given them a couple outs. And Nicholas isn't going to miss very many of those. That was a pretty straightforward double for him.
A little chance here, try to roll behind the corner.
Close. Yep.
Hack!
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa.
Just hack! A little quiet.
yep,
Yeah.
It'll go here.
yep.
Yes. Whoa.
Whoa,
Yes.
whoa,
Whoa.
whoa. Yep.
Yes.
Go, go, go. Hard.
Now slide it over.
Shot.
Oh, and it just shows itself on the wide intern side.
Pistol.
Nice shot, crew.
Nice shot.
Shot, crew.
Pretty good.
Really good call. This would be
Just
a different
overthrow.
rotation than Emma's used to
rather
seeing
play
with
this
Rachel
than
coming down the ice. So harder to call,
Way
too.
harder, yeah. Expected to run a bit straighter. Did overcurl a fraction.
Sorry.
But still a nice effort. These are tough second end. He's got to throw some soft weight. You can't throw normal weight at this. Will it take off? Will it hit some pebble?
I never hit it. They're always tight.
Ja.
Ja, precis. Jag tror vi ska hålla en kvast ner om den är nära.
Ja. Jag nästan spelar den som en 11,5 liksom. Då kommer
Kommer nog bli en 12-0 typ.
Ja, det tror jag.
Just went a little too far.
Second side is ren!
Vänta. Rent!
Wow.
Wow, wow, wow!
Sarg!
Wow!
Kom med.
Second! Låt hoppa, nej!
Wow!
Ren, japp!
It's going.
Nej!
Wow!
Sarg!
Nej! Ren!
Perfect weight.
Ralle!
Japp, japp! Tia, gå viken! Det är bra. Bra.
And we'll leave it there.
11-2. Bra klippat, Sara. Härligt.
So don't forget now, there's that little biter. So it's facing 2.
Jag skulle komma ner. Jag tyckte spelaren som
Alltså,
10 nästan.
Ja, du hade 40
That
på
got there too because Sarah actually ticked the wrong rock and it spun up and hit a corner guard and stayed in the rings. A little bit fortunate.
Tricky force.
Is there a double there
No. More
and
like
a
what he
blank
used to.
possible or not?
It would be risky to take it. It's there. I don't know if you get the blank, but the double's definitely there, so you might as well play this.
Right, if you're going to get the single, do this.
Yeah.
Clean.
No. No flash, no flash.
Clean.
Yep, yep, yes!
Started to go. Started to go. Started to go. It went oh! And touch it, and now they have enough to get it by. Get it out, and they do. It'll be a steal of one.
Wow.
Just jump.
Steal of one for Team Europe has them now in front. As we welcome you back to London, Ontario, 16th edition Continental Cup of Curling from the Sports Centre at the London Western Fair District. But we were saying, and once again, it'll be Canada. It does have Last Rock. They have the Hammer playing the Redstones here in 3. But that is a piece of ice. We've seen that on this sheet. Remember earlier, Rasmus Vrano thought he may have caught something, but it did bust on Cooey quickly, and they weren't able to save it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right behind Kevin's throw, and it looked great. And then all of a sudden they yelled, and it was like a pick again. So I don't know if there's a spot in the ice, something's flat, because you wouldn't have picked twice in the same spot.
Wouldn't think so.
Well, Nicholas Sedin, as we said, knows his angles. You can't leave him this kind of a shot, and they did, and it got them out of some trouble.
Yeah, angle raised in the first end, double in the first end to get them out of jail. Here he goes again. He's just not in the right positioning for Emma's. Bang, bang, and rolled deep. So there's no yellow double either.
The key shot brought to you by OK Tires, service, repair, and tires.
The Deans made 4 really good shots. Even the last one, last end, to force Kevin's hand with that soft hack waiter to hit and stay and sit 2.
Oh, look at this. Lisa, perfect weight, comes across the top.
Goodness, and enough to push it past and out and avoid the jam.
That's a hard shot to throw at, because you're looking at jamming all day long, and just throws the right weight to get the movement at the end. Very nice.
Great weight.
Great shot.
Weight was perfect.
So we left it. Then you saved it.
And then he's going to make
Now, Joanne Courtney knows exactly what Lisa Weagle can do. She's on the bench. Trading them back and forth now.
That might be slightly frustrating for Team Canada. You just make a beautiful shot, set yourself up.
Oh, you've got a couple of heavyweights now, standing in the middle of the ring and just trading haymakers back and forth.
Just before Rasmus threw that, I heard Colton say to Lisa, perfect weight, perfect line. We got the perfect roll, and now he'll make the double. A lot of respect with all these players out here. Some really good shot makers. The lineups are so deep now, Cheryl, on all these teams.
Yes,
Not just a hot third or skip that get you some wins. It's everybody.
Really hard. Get it in and then off. Okay, Colton.
Still need less on my first.
Yeah, you were throwing that good, and there's no way that.
A little over curl, a little bit light. Allows Team Europe to loop right around that red, essentially guard in the top 12. It'll bust now.
Yeah, there is a spot there.
Yeah, it's the swingiest spot I've seen in all 3 sheets.
And there's that ability for Rasmus Vrano. The upweight shot, we know. That shot, though, that is what he's developed over the past couple of years. It's more consistent.
Yes.
He always had it. That's wrong to say he couldn't draw, but he's become more consistent.
And then you're forced to throw it more in the second position in 5 rock too. That helps a lot.
Yep. Hard. Whoa. Yep.
Boy, they gotta go here. Gotta go.
But there's your point, Vic. You said Rasmus can always draw. He could, but Colton made a come around, top 12, buried, but not as good as the one Rasmus made. So then that puts the degree of difficulty up for Colton's next one, and you get an error out of it. It's that precision rock placement that wins.
10-0.
Ja.
The other thing you can get caught out in this game, and I remember playing mixed and skipping and have, if you have two women on the brush compared to a guy who has two men at 500 pounds on the brush, just the weight difference. Sometimes you can't wait as long on the sweep. So Kevin thinks on that one he could wait a little longer and then they could hold it, but it's just not the same pounds on the broom.
No, so true.
10-0. 10-0.
Wow.
Japp. Rulla undan.
Fantastic.
Rolls it over.
9,75.
Grabs the top of the 12, sitting the 2 without last rocks as we play here in 3.
Not that Canada's anywhere near from losing this game. They're only down 1-0 with Hammer, but it has to be a bit frustrating because all 3 ends have set up beautifully for Canada with nothing to show for.
Weight's good.
Oh, close.
Yep. Hard. Whoa. Yep. Oh, off. Colton.
No roll there.
Another example of Emmons, isn't it? Just runs down the straight sheet straighter than Kevin. He wanted to brush that.
Wait, was close.
This is a back end for Canada that if they had 4 or 5 games under their belt together,
Yes.
they'd be that much sharper.
But
Too strong.
I'm just going to equate it to other sports. I mean, can you not, if you're Kevin, see that right now, Cheryl, and ice her differently to account for that pop release?
Yeah, you probably need to see it a couple times and then you start to tighten it and use the brushers. You do have to. He hasn't done that yet.
He will.
He will. I think he's slowly doing it, but they've been moved around the ice a bit, and I think he's uncertain. And Emma's, Team Homan, their releases, all of them are like that when they're playing another team, a women's team out there, it doesn't matter. Opposition always seems to get caught with trying to put the broom down in the same spot as them, and you can't do it.
Normal.
But that's exactly right. He's figuring it out. It's just
inching it over.
What's the score going to be? Mistake there by Europe. He had to hang around.
Yep. Whoa.
It's close.
And come on back. There you go. Just a little spin back. Hangs it on the edge. An update for you after Europe opened with a single in the first. Bruce Mowat getting ready for the final stone. This is Brendan Botcher. He's backed up by his men's second, Brad Thiessen, and then from Chelsea Carey, Sarah Wilkes and Rochelle Brown. And that will be your counter right there. Thank you very much, Brad. So we're tied at 1 going to 3.
Brendan was trying to hit 1/8 of an inch of that and kick it sideways. It was dangerous, and he managed to miss it the right way and score a single.
Ja, jag tänker mig typ exakt. Jag kan tänka mig typ en 10 bara som en liten.
Just enough curl for Emma's that time.
Borde finnas lite curl där ute ändå. Det är så jäkla långt ut.
Do you play the hit or do you play the come around?
Looks like he's going to play the hit, but I looked at both. I actually looked at the come around.
Come around looks easier. Even if you make this, Kevin's going around.
I just won't say anything. You're kind of
So humid outside here. There could be a bit of frost. It's only end number 3. that much ice. I think he's trying to hang around.
Second normal.
Second to yes. Yep. Whoa.
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 Skip Stones.
Helt upp.
Nicholas Edin.
Japp, ta
Sofia
luften.
Moberg's running out of space and makes it, and he does hang it on the edge, right on the tee line.
Just machine-like so far.
And they keep forcing him to some tougher shots. He had that in-turn soft tap coming this way, making them. This is one of those games for Team Canada. You just be patient, keep putting the rocks in the right spot. You're going to get a miss somewhere along the line.
Fully open.
Yeah,
Standing on his head
what do you
so
think,
far.
The ice would be center line.
I think close to center, maybe just high.
I like that.
Okay. You thinking like half?
No, I don't want to baby it after
Okay.
watching last time.
Yeah, okay. Fair.
Like he threw that
Fair
fairly
comment.
hard and got there. I mean,
Yeah,
I just
probably.
need a roll.
Yeah.
Let me see what it.
It's a tough roll, though. Kevin could change his mind.
Well, I mean, listen, again, we come down to that
I like it.
2-on-1.
Same as last time.
Why not
What do you
play
like?
the come around and try to
draws.
use that corner guard? And
I don't really know the draw.
you don't like that idea?
I do. I like the draw.
No, for sure. The only argument here is you might get a blank out of it, too. Get this half buried, Nicholas hits and rolls out, and then you can blank.
And
If you play the come around, you might get forced.
And you just heard Kevin say the draw is no easy task, so I think
No.
he's just not sure about the weight.
Yeah, they didn't know where to put their brush down, did they?
Speed. Yep.
Whoa.
Forward. Yes.
Didn't want to baby it.
Whoa.
Didn't want to crash.
Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Now look at that underneath. He got the roll.
That's pretty perfect.
Flash was staggered by the brush. And he still got it by.
Great shot, Kev.
Watch Flash here. Oh, he's dancing around, get away. And then across the nose and underneath.
Stay out of the way. Have to be right off. It's a little scary. Throw them tight and sweep them.
Boy, those are two great shots out wide when they're just guessing.
One or two.
Yeah.
Colton can hold
But
him. Colton can hold him there.
Yeah.
freeze is still available.
Snackar om att det är liknande jämfört med min här. Jag drog 14-3.
Ja. Yes.
Jag gillar numret.
Och får den curlen då kan vi behöva dutta för att hålla linjen också.
Precis.
Ja. Men snacka mycket fart. Vänta. Linjen är helt lugn, känns hård.
Yeah, he's kept the pressure on. This entire Swedish team has kept the pressure on the Canadians. It's going to be the first mistake. It is. You know, nice. So, okay, let's go back to what Kevin Cooey said, Cheryl, about not drawing and going after the stone, which ended up being a brilliant shot. But he didn't know where the brush was, where to put the brush, and also didn't know what weight to throw. And in fact, that is what caught Edin right there.
It did, and Nicholas in his defense has been throwing hits and doubles and run backs for the first three ends so far, so I guess for him. So smart call by Kevin. It really pushed. You had to make that roll, but look what it pushed Nicholas to, and now you get your deuce.
Like 5 more feet than draw.
6 more feet to draw.
Line's never an issue.
Line's good.
I like that.
Running.
So the skipper liked it out of his hand. Cooey did.
Right on the button.
As the crowd responds.
Great, Kev.
And it's a draw for 2. Here in the third. Canada takes the lead. It's another 3-draw day for us, and you back at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. It'll be mixed doubles. Rachel Homan, Ben Hebert teaming up against Eve Muirhead and Bobby Lammy on TSN 1, 3, and 5. And hello there. How are you? You have to shake the clacker. You have to shake the clacker. Come on, give it a shake. Early on a Saturday morning, a wet morning here in London, wet and mild. We welcome you back to our coverage from the Sports Centre of London Fair Grounds and District. So Kevin Cooey with a terrific shot with his first on a stone out wide. Got the inside roll. And then the corner freeze attempt didn't work for Nicholas Edin. Open draw for 2. And so Canada has the 2-1 lead. We go to 4. And for the first time in the game, Europe and Nicholas Edin do have the last rock. They have the hammer, playing the Yellowstones.
Game on here. Cooey being one up without hammers, throwing a second guard. He's willing to mix it up here in number 4. Pretty aggressive call, Cheryl.
Right up.
Come on now. Good. That ran a little slower.
Well, our first look at John Epping and Peter DeCruz. DeCruz actually skips the team as he does in men's play. Throws the second stone and defers the fourth, of course, to Benoit Schwartz as they play John Epping. Epping got a single in the first, and he blanked the second. Silvana Tiranzoni and runs it back, and that will be your single point, as there was all kinds of pressure by Epping on DeCruz.
Epping made just an incredible shot right before DeCruz threw, because Team Europe had a couple of yellows in the back, and Epping played a soft little hit and roll frozen, and that was the one that DeCruz hit and got his one.
This side's fucking hard too, isn't it?
Yeah, we kept thinking that maybe there was a spot that they were picking down here, but I think it's just a hard curl.
Mine will curl in there, so I'm not worried about that.
I noticed yesterday afternoon there was more curl everywhere, and that seems to be the trend here again this morning. John Wall and his crew, they can make adjustments. Obviously the rocks were dusted up before the event, but they can start to clip the surface off a little more aggressively before each game, and that'll allow a little more finish also.
Back house. It's got to grind.
Let's stop. Let's stop. Okay, Golden.
They're still tied at 1 going to the 4th after the blank in 3. Brendan Botcher for Team Canada, Bruce Mowat for Team Europe.
Lite mer djup. Vänta då, vänta då.
Bak 8. Nästa frysa där bak. Frys där bak, bak 8.
Japp, 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 japp. Järnet! Hårt!
Rasmus Randall goes deep. And he's sitting down the shot stone back 8. Has some backing.
I don't blame him. As, his first one came up over curled, comes up light. You could even see the brushers. Sophia and Sarah were on high alert. It's been a tough path, that intern.
Den här ser man, den kommer aldrig kunna.
Men jag gillar du lirar den där. Du kickar lite hårdare bara. Felt nice.
Close.
Mine looks good. Wait only.
Wait at the end or?
Wait only.
Emma Miskew.
Looks fair to me.
I agree, it's fair.
Looks heavy.
Pretty close.
Okay, it's got a curl. It's flash. Other side. Other side. Only for weight though.
Don't need to.
Well, I don't need to. It's back button.
Just make sure it's buried.
Buried.
shot.
And buried it is. And it's
Nice
back
there.
at the tee line, back edge of the 4.
Topp 4.
Spelar ingen roll. Vilken har du bäst?
Det spelar ingen roll. Vi kan komma på samma ställe med båda, så det spelar ingen roll.
Ja.
Frysen är väl okej också, men helst topp 4.
Ja.
Kan spela den här samma som de hade då.
Jag hade på hennes.
Jag hade inget, men det känns ganska
Yeah,
likt.
good indication there, isn't it, Shirley? It's, again, rock positioning. If you, that's where he wants it. He wants it in front of the tee line, top 4.
Yeah, you don't want to, you know, Europe's got hammers, so they really want to try to keep that scoring area open for them to at least get their deuce.
Yeah, the blank's long gone, so you've got to try to manufacture a 2 here.
Den är bra.
You're deep on this, and Team Canada freezes on it, and there goes your chance.
Ja, ser lång ut.
Men försök nu.
Ja, den är längre.
Ja, den är längre.
Both teams getting caught in the speed
Yeah.
on this side now.
I heard Colton say it's really good there, meaning the speed.
Ha lite fart.
And it comes deep.
Det har gått en 3-4 rader.
Slight tap back, shot rock back button. But there's still room to get in there.
Yeah, and then there isn't room for a deuce. That's the problem for Europe.
Europe just took more than middle 12 foot. This is a maybe 13, 14 inches less ice because of the different releases we talked about. Emma will just add a little bit of power here, spin it, and it just runs really straight for her.
Okay, you're on the same line. You just want to be T line.
I think it's close.
Okay.
Never heavy. You got room.
Lisa Weagle. Almost going to slap your hands. Get away from it.
Stop sweeping.
Line's good if you
There it
can
goes.
roll. Well, wait only.
I think you're
I don't
there.
need to. I don't need to.
And there he is. Well, you heard earlier under his breath, Kevin Cooey saying to Emma Miskew, boy, that Colton can hold them. I don't think Ben Hebert slaps Colton, though.
He says, like, stop.
Rakare. Vänta linjen!
Känns där.
Anywhere high of this will be usable, but you can't be deep.
You haven't laid a lick to it. It's close.
Aldrig, låt det jobba istället.
Now, Mobex. And we'll just roll off a little bit. It was out so wide, they had to wait to get it off that corner guard.
Gotta hit it.
Yeah, and it just too much weight on that. Didn't use the brushers. Now they've got a chance, Team Canada, to get a little inside roll.
Do they ever?
I mean, even if I do this, right?
Yeah. Yep.
You think it's it's
It got like it's
Not bad?
flicked up, yeah.
It will come a little more.
We gotta be there though, right? Like,
Yeah.
give me a
you
little
guys time those at all?
I got 14:35 on that one, so the speed's decent here.
slide. Okay.
Yeah, it's not the 15, but it's good.
So the same as my draw for 2.
Well, how much do you want to move it? Like, what do you want to throw back 4 weight on your own?
No, back four, either way. It's crazy.
Okay. Yeah, I would take maybe a couple feet off this.
Yeah.
Couple feet.
Yeah.
I think I can throw the same.
Okay, sure. I like it.
Still more than draw off though, for sure, right?
Yes.
Would be tempted to hit that, but Kevin really only has to move it a foot. And when you've got brushing like Colton Flash, Lisa Weagle, they should be able to manipulate the angles a little better.
Stay close. Yep. Whoa. Yeah. Hard.
Boy, touch it back and roll over and underneath. Now, though, it just may have popped out on that intern side as we go next door. Brendan Boncher, Bruce Mowat, and there you see those 2 reds all in a row, protected by those 2 yellows out in front. So Mowat with a draw here, and he needs the lid He does have a little bit of backing, back of the button. Final stone as they play in four of a 1-1 tie.
Needs to hit the pin on this one.
Mowat along with his second, Bobby Lammy. And then from Eve Muirhead's team, Lauren Gray and Vicky Wright.
Weight's perfect. Weight's perfect.
Just clean, just clean, just clean.
Oh boy, Bruce.
Really good, Bruce.
Yeah, weight's perfect. And that's a perfect shot.
You know, Cheryl, with Cooey's first rock, he came up light, splitting the rings in the first end. He wrecked in the second. We thought it had picked. And that one over-curled on him.
Yeah, hard, like a jump.
Yeah, almost a natural curl there at the hogline in.
Doesn't move, we just throw it guard.
And it's throws, it's just me and line calls. Minor.
Even his out turn hit and roll where he got the skip's deuce jumped more than.
Yep.
Like Colton was holding it and then it went. So yeah, it could be the stone.
That's right. So this is 4 inches more than Kevin had. Cannot be heavy here. Hard to get it by.
Randall. Mobergs. Can you sneak it? Yes, you can. Oh, and moves it far enough. It looks like they are the shot stone. Can tighten in a little bit.
Could be red, I think.
Little more. Red it is.
It was losing his handle at the end.
Yeah.
He didn't have a lot of rotation coming in. You can kind of see it here. Yes. And then it just sideways on a pretty aggressive spot.
Sit 2, eh?
Can he sit 2?
I don't think so. Maybe.
If he
this is,
peels off this.
We can't touch this.
I don't think this is going anywhere, though.
No, I don't. Like, we're shot by more than that.
I think he can make this.
It remains 1-1 going
that
to
way.
the break.
You want to just
after
try and freeze?
John
Freeze
Epping
that
and
right there.
Peter DeCruz blanked the fourth.
Here? I don't think that
I
hurts.
just can't move this one.
No, I agree.
Oh, you can't move it. Okay, yeah.
No, you got to see for chop button.
I mean, I guess if I move this one at all,
You're still
around
shot.
there, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Even if it rubs a 2 rock, just a hair coming in, it's okay,
Yeah.
True.
right? You can't.
Tough to get
it's
you
not
out.
gonna move it closer to the button.
I think so.
Yep.
What's the shot flash?
Weld it. Dead weld ours.
And draw the button.
Ideally, don't move it.
A little less.
Definitely. Is that guard gonna
Because you
be
can't
in the way?
hurt yourself coming right down in there. I was thinking, why don't you just throw it, top 8?
You might have to.
That works too.
Yeah, but I don't think you can do any damage, even if you.
No, because these 2 rocks right here are dead frozen. So that red one is really not going anywhere. So you can be a little bit aggressive with the speed here and try to sneak another one in there. I don't think that back red, that shot rock, can move very far at all.
Yeah. Got 14.5 on Nicholas's, so.
I like your move.
the
The
weight.
top 8's not horrible.
No, and that's probably your thought when you're throwing it.
He's taken almost a foot more than he just did. And there's one that over-curled. Obviously going to throw it lighter.
That's the only way you could hurt yourself is if you hang out and come deep.
Mine's good.
I'm just not sure anything will under-curl here.
Cooey in his last.
It's looking heavy. Little bump.
Wait's close.
Getting all the attention as the 2 other games on the ice are at the break. Now, a little bit more. Flash, staying with it. Can you get in there to sit 2? Yes, you can. Excuse us, Sarah. I know. Yes. To sit 2.
Well, he didn't underthrow that either. It was all Kevin.
Lucky didn't move that back yellow in the left. And Nicholas Sedin get to the nose with a bullet.
Jag tror det finns kvar. Jag tror det behövs en...
Du måste komma här om som inte ligger i vägen.
You might rattle the stone you hit. It might come up,
Maybe a little.
right?
Not much, maybe a little, yeah. And
But that little bit of separation now.
Yes.
And the one at the back. Can you squeeze that one out and rattle them around enough to maybe bring the stone, yellow stone,
right
at 2 o'clock?
Right.
Yes.
He can get the back red one far enough because now it's no longer frozen with speed. Will this one kick to the right-hand side as we look at it?
A lot of yellows.
I don't think he wanted to.
And if it kicks a long way, he scores 2. I don't think that red goes very far, Cheryl. Yellow's in a pretty good spot.
If you can get slightly to the inside, you might get a little bit of a spin to the left.
But it's got to hit the red one first, not the yellow.
Yeah.
Final stone. Canada sitting to 2. Get right off. All on its own. Bang! Oh, and he moved it far enough to get the single.
One.
He could not get 2.
Bra Niklas!
Nicholas Edin throws a bomb. And the result is a single for Team Europe. That's the way to do it. A single point. And we're tied at 2 going to the break. Saturday morning, Continental Cup, Day 3 from London.
The 2020 OK Tire and BKT Tires Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
We are tied at 2 midway through this featured game featuring Kevin Cooey, Nicholas Edin, and Team Canada. When we came on the air on Thursday morning, we talked about a Canadian team that was somewhat inexperienced when it comes to Continental Cup play. You know, you have an Epping, for example, first time, the Botcher team, and then Fleury first time. You look at those who have been here before, look at what they've done with regards to Cooey, and Holman, of course, the Olympic experience, and then Carey, 2 appearances, twice a Canadian champion. Now, by comparison, there's only one player who has not been here before for Team Europe. That, of course, is Vicky Wright, and she's on the ice right now. But look at the accomplishments. Look at the resume of this team. When you talk about Edin, his 4 world titles, the Olympic medals, De Cruz has picked up the medals, Mowat a bronze, my gosh, Anna Hasselberg, Eve Muirhead, and Tiranzoni. It's a remarkable what these teams do when they go to Worlds and go to the Olympics. The Europeans come in with a wonderful resume.
The 2020 OK Tire and BKT Tires Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by Sponge Towels. Nothing absorbs like it. By OK Tire and BKT Tires. And by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada.
That's how our camera people see it. Every angle covered so you can see it all at home. Our coverage of the Continental Cup as we continue with our season of champions after the holiday break, and now we'll be with you right through until April and the Men's World Championship to finish it from Glasgow. Day 3 here in London, the Sports Centre, in a 2-2 tie. The mixed scramble, Kevin Cooey, along with Lisa Weigel, Colton Flash, and Emma Miskew, against Nicholas Edin with Sophia Molbergs, Rasmus Brano, and Sarah McManus. And we start the day with Team World, or Team Europe, leading by 8 points.
The line's really good. Stay with it.
It's quite heavy.
I think part of the problem for Team Canada's rocky start was, we talked about it, there's everyone but one European player had been here last year, and half of Team Canada, this was their first time. And it's not that they're not used to the pressure and everything, it's the routine. You're normally, when you go play an event, you go back, you rest between games, and it's trying to be at the top of your game while you're also out cheering. You're sitting out here for 2 or 3 games and not even play until the 3rd game of the first day. It's very much out of the routine, but now you start to see last night and even today's game, everybody's just a little bit more comfortable.
You get 2 players though too. I mean, we featured Tracy Fleury yesterday. She's only played the mixed doubles for fun at her club, so now she's at this level, and it was an adjustment for her. As she said, a totally new game. And today sitting on the bench, trying to stay warm.
Throw the same weight.
And we'll be on the ice later.
Sure.
Draw weight.
But I think that the point of showing you the accomplishments, quite often the excuse
I don't know if I love that.
by many of us will say, oh, the Europeans, these people are back all the time. They don't have to fight their way. But when they get there, no matter how they got there, look at their results.
No kidding. Just by far the best team that Europe's ever sent to this event. Not only that, as Cheryl said, the returning, the mixed doubles teams match up the same as last year. And then on top of that, right now, they're on fire. Mowat, Muirhead won the Bonspiel in Perth last week. It's just the perfect storm for a good result for Europe.
It's a good shot.
Nice shot.
This draw could be our best chance. Like last night, I thought we would get 2 of those 3 draws, win a point in at least 2 points, because Epping had control. Cooey was always close in that game. Today, all these games are close. I mean, Cooey's team's been putting incredible pressure on Edin. You wonder when he's going to miss one.
Well, he's been incredible.
Well, their only chance was the end he threw the draw through, and that was, a great shot made by Kevin Cooey.
Känns helt okej.
Jo, var med.
12-8, vi. Bra fart. 12. Knappt där. Knappt där. Fint bakom frysen där uppe.
Gärna 10.
Jämn höjd.
Nej. 15-2. Det är bra. 15-2.
Team Europe would love nothing better than to force Cooey to 1 in this end. Get Hammer back in 6 and kind of turn that around.
And Cooey and the Canadians do have the last rock. They have the Hammer playing the Redstones.
Well, you can throw it hard on the nose and get them all going.
That sets up a double, though.
Don't mind that.
I like that. He wants the heart on the nose.
I think Kevin will be keeping his eye open for a blank here if he can. A bunch of stuff goes away.
Golden Flash.
Roll the shooter, Lise. Roll the shooter.
And gets rid of everything. Gets rid of the backing. Gets rid of the 2 European stones and a Canadian rock. And so now everything's top of the house for the Canadians.
Yeah.
Hit about half a rocker. You might be able to roll up a little bit, but you have to be careful. You have to make sure that double's made. You don't want to hit the left one thick enough that you don't have enough power to kick the other one.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Luckily, you got the right guy doing it. That was the problem. You got your buried rock, but you're not shot now.
Yeah, he's half to 3/4 underneath. But shot rock does belong to Canada. Edge of the 8.
I like it.
A lot of the errors I find now,
What do you got?
Cheryl, is the players are so good, they try to get maybe a little too much out of a shot.
There, it's tough.
You know, make the double was the #1 priority there.
Nice angle though right now to make the double. And roll out.
What do you guys like? What do you like?
If I make this, we get a blank. Still might get one. Right?
Yeah.
He's probably going to
Okay.
throw a guard.
Okay, let's make it.
Yeah, the problem with trying to set 2 now is where do you go to set 2 that doesn't leave a double or a freeze, and then you're forced. Blank's pretty good here.
Okay, I'm just going to throw, but I mean, it's so early. You're still playing only second stone. Aren't you? Don't you have time to get out of a jam?
Oh, this could be a jam. Oh,
and he'll run it through, and now sets up a corner.
Yeah, I'm with you, Vec. I think I guess a blank's nice, but against a team like Adine, if you get a chance to score 2, I wouldn't turn it down.
Oh, Colton came out of the hack so funny on that one. His back leg was swinging. It's like he over-kicked underneath his body and threw himself off. And when you're coming out with that speed, there's no recovery time.
10-0.
Nej.
Lite hård.
Säker 10. Ren.
10-0.
Ja.
Sarah McManus. Can you get across the nose and get a roll? And she does roll, and will sit for shot stone. But at least half stone showing. Outturned side.
Det kändes jävligt. Alltså, det var väldigt greppigt där.
Now we're at the stage of the game that, Kevin, look how tight the ice is now. He's figured Em out completely. Em is really good at this, down that center line. She can hold it so straight. Expect her to be real close on the double here.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah, just riding the edge of the rail. And just runs it by. Spills over, leaves the shot rock half open.
Spela mot 9-8. Jag spelar mot 9-8. Så 10.
Now you can try and get this roll over.
Är det max eller?
Get some separation on the 2 yellows.
Ja.
Nästan samma.
Nej, ta lugnt.
10-0.
Nej!
Hårt.
Jump 2.
First Smallbergs, now Grano. And sitting two without last row.
Kalla frisk där alltså.
Bra skippat. Ja, jag vet inte för att de har pebblat, men jag bara, gud, min första kändes typ som nästan jag bara, fan, jag vet inte.
It's a hard spot to get to.
Yeah, I don't like the freeze.
Yeah.
You're going to go too wide in the
Play
out-turn.
the out-turn freeze.
I could get there with the out, but
That was my first thought, but
it's whatever you like.
I don't mind ripping that double. He's got to go around the corner. I like the double.
They're all whatever you think you're gonna make.
I'll try it. Double?
It's about
Exakt, ja. Jag sätter
2/3.
Jag sätter dit om inte
Half.
kanske var 9.
Make it him.
Half rock.
2/3.
Half is super slippery right now.
Då liksom precis, så lite.
You make this double, and Europe goes around the corner to try to get the force. But if they ever, you love to see your opposition going around the corner when they don't have hammer. They slide deep. You might get a deuce that way.
It's pretty close.
All on its own. Ran it back. Got it. Oh, sure does. Very nice.
Tricky.
Very nice.
Foul back.
Yeah, 2 ways to make it.
Yeah. Everything's on wide side, isn't it, with Emma? Good throw. Close on the first double, too.
Got Emma. That works. Now he's got to be a little careful.
This is the only shot that Nicholas missed.
Just a bit of a
This one deep.
Thought it might curl there, so I tried to make sure, but I'm definitely needing to tighten up.
Yeah, this was the spot he was trying the corner freeze and threw it through.
Great.
Dropping in on Brendan Botcher and Bruce Mowat. And Botcher, along with Brad Thiessen, who throws the second stones for him in team play, along with Sarah Wilkes and Rochelle Brown from Chelsea Carey's team, as they play Bruce Mowat. And the Europeans, all Scottish.
Okay.
And it'll be the steal of one for Mowat.
He was in trouble too. He made an unbelievable out wide into the frosty area freeze to set up that steal.
She's just going sideways, Russ.
It might be a little blank if it doesn't stop.
Well, it's interesting. It's almost in the same spot we saw earlier, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where they went out on almost onto the carpet to put the brush.
That's right.
It did. It came right out the other side.
Nice double by Emma Miskew sets this up. A chance for two. Get one buried here.
It's pretty good here, Kev. It's about the same as this.
Let's you got 15.
Yeah,
so
yeah, it's 15.
Kevin's a little
You're just looking for
T-line-ish.
top 28.
That angle raise is now available. It curled so much.
But if it's curling,
yeah.
Line's nice.
line's fine, Flash. Line's fine. Just bite the ace. Room.
Just for wheat.
Cooey is first.
Close. Hey, just right on top. Sliding.
Nope. Line's good. Don't lose it. Hard.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nope.
Line only.
Yep.
Hard.
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
A little bit more.
Great shot, Kat.
And there it is.
Great one, Kat.
That is a beauty. Right down to the corner, and it's covered by the corner guard.
That's such a tough shot. You've got that massive curl, a little bit slower area.
Oh. Colton knew too. I mean, Kevin was saying that it was good for line, good for line. Colton was on it because he knew the way it was super close.
Whoa.
Well judged.
Great shot, Kat. Oh, yeah.
No choice. Now you have to go around that red one.
Hans var 15-1.
Doesn't leave much real estate.
Samma eller unset lösare.
It's probably minimum ice too.
Samma borde vara bra.
So maybe a back T line, back 8.
Somewhere behind the stagger.
If you can, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the theory.
Well, we know it'll curl.
Oh yeah.
So it's, what kind of weight do you have to throw in? Does he have enough ice? Like he's taking just a bit more.
Har 0 på den.
Lite plats just nu.
Okej.
Bara er.
Känns helt okej.
Bra linje.
Topp 4, 10.
Plats. Försöker nu.
Behöver gå.
Plats.
Bra fart.
Ralle.
Norbergs on the left. Grennel on the right. McManus tapping where she wants it. A little bit more. Take it back. Hide a little bit more. Oh, and he responds with honey.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Bra koll. Bra koll, tjejer.
Bra Pia.
But John Epping has come through with a deuce in 5 to take a 3-1 lead over Peter de Cruz.
Bra tjejer.
Det är okej.
Det blir inte så dumt om...
Jag tar den för långt.
2 incredible curling shots. All set up because Nicholas has come around. The top yellow was too good. So it's basically back 8.
And
You'd hate to
just
throw,
touch it.
yeah, you'd hate to throw like Hack here and give up a steal. So you throw back 8, you probably score. If it wrecks on the red one, you get your 1. If it wrecks on the yellow, you get your 2. It's all about the perfect speed here. That's what? 8 inches less than Nicholas, so T-line won't get by. So he's probably got the right ice.
Weight's there.
It's good. Yep.
Like the weight out of his hand.
Weight's good.
Colton Flash hasn't let up. Weagle joins him now. Got a bend here. You got some work to do. Stay with it. By one. Sneak another one. Angle it back. Move it. And then run it. Roll it in. And that will be your single point. Wow. They couldn't save it by the second. Hey, that turned out to be a pretty good end when they wanted to blank on second stone. We were just saying during the break as we welcome you back. Good crowd on hand on a Saturday morning for this mixed competition. How good a game it's been. You know, considering we talked when we came on the air that Cooey has to adjust to new players, new techniques. But Adine and Cooey have done a wonderful job managing their lineup, managing their players. And so here we go to 6-3-2. Team Canada leads it. And it's Europe and Nicholas Adine that does have the last rock. He has the hammer playing the Yellowstones.
Well, it's all Nicholas that last end to get that force. And, you know, otherwise you're giving up a deuce.
It's impressed with Kevin's attempt too. He threw the exact right weight, which ensured him a single. Any lighter, any heavier, it's a steal.
Adine currently at 90% and Cooey at 85.
Neither skip has been making open draws. It's been turnover shots and come arounds and freezes.
Oh.
Okay.
Such big curl on the out turn coming home that this shot that Sophia tried is the straighter of the two turns. The straighter turn will have to be quicker, and she was a little heavy on both the corner guard and that last one.
Close.
A little tight. No, line's good. Line's good.
Yep.
I think we gotta go eat.
Where are you?
It's really like
Line's getting tight.
Not much handle.
Getting over curl. Whoa.
Losing
Yep.
its rotation.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
This will come right out in the open.
Gotta give her a little more.
Yeah.
So mixed scramble today with men's skips. We'll do a mixed scramble tonight, 7:30 Eastern time. The women will be skipping, and then mixed doubles in between at 2. And again, we remind you that all these games are 1 point each. We play the 8. If we're tied, no extra end, we will split the points. And a reminder also, it's TSN 1, 3, and 5 the entire day.
Got it.
Whoa. Oh. Whoa. Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. That's all.
Just automatic, isn't it? Beautiful shot.
Maybe just bite the 12 foot. Just top 12.
Okay.
Probably is pretty good.
Think you want to be just in, like top 12?
Yeah. I'll throw a little more positive on this one.
Lack of rotation caused that one to kind of knuckle coming over the hog
Yeah.
line, over curl
Top
by
12.
good foot.
Top 8.
A little more rotation.
Gotta be there.
Wow, up on that toe,
I think
isn't
it's
he?
there.
I think we're there. It's close.
Line's good.
Line's
Hold
great.
the flash.
Close.
Line's great.
On the frost.
Hard.
Losing handle.
Hard, guys.
Yeah, this is losing its
Hard.
handle
Losing
too.
its handle. Hard, 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 hard.
We're in.
Hard. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Right
It
up.
just
Right up.
slides in and
Sidewinder.
Feels like we're losing the
I threw
pebble
lots
over
of
here.
handle on that one.
There's no
top
pebble
edge
over
of the
here.
8.
And I would say that Colton put pretty good rotation on that to start with.
Oh, he did.
So it's just something, maybe the slide path getting a little flat.
Hard.
It's right
Losing its
there.
handle. Hard, 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 hard. Hard. Keep going. Keep going.
Keep an eye on that. Just
Right
a
up,
little
right
bit of
up.
frost building up. Is it flat in that spot?
Up.
Trying to run it back. Rasmus Vrano. And he'll leave the shooter out again in front, just off center line.
Same spot's great.
Cam.
Bite the 8 foot.
Top 8, bite the 4.
I know what you show. I always found in this situation, we just watch two rocks kind of carve up and die.
Same as
It's just so easy to throw this back 12 foot.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
and we'll
she's
see
so
with
good.
Emma's rotation if this runs a little different. Kevin's now going to have to kind of guess where to put the broom for a different kind of handle. And if it's a spot in the ice pulling it off, hers will probably hold because she just has that much more.
No kidding.
Mine looks good. Just top 8, bite the 4.
Easy, fun.
Group.
Like to wait. Weight looks pretty good.
Whoa.
Easy, easy. No, we're like top 4.
How heavy?
4's okay.
Okay.
Just full 8.
Whoa.
Full 8.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
No, it's still sliding.
Gotta stop.
Bite in the 4.
Gotta stop.
It's in the 4 foot. It's in the 4 foot. It's in the 4 foot. Full 4.
Gotta stop.
Well, almost 5 complete revolutions to start to stop.
And Colton probably had, when it went to lose it, he probably had 2 at that point.
And that's it's always hard, I find, in the clinics to explain that extra rotation will also glide farther.
Alternativet är att gå härifrån och bara komma ner och tappa så här. Gå för 2 istället.
If you've got roughly, let's say 5 like Emma does, and most curlers have maybe 3, that 2 full rotations could mean, depending on the surface, could mean 3, 4, 5 feet of speed.
Ja. Lite tjockare än tredjedel för att vara säker på dubbel, men tredjedel borde räcka.
Jag tror inte du kommer få jättemycket.
Har du halva typ eller?
Ja.
Ja. Så tjockt som möjligt, men...
Ja.
Sikta
Mycket isula.
Doubles there, but you can't throw the weight you want to throw because the guard's slightly in the way.
Boy, get by. Oh! And avoid the jam. And did they hold the shooter too? Oh, goodness. A bonus.
Crazy good.
Nice.
Young eyes on that one.
Oh, I think there was a little panic.
Oh.
Jag bara, ska vi ta sop snart eller? Nej.
Kommer lite inåt liksom.
Fan, då hade vi vickat ut.
Oh, clean. Oh. Fine.
You're good. You're good.
Good shot.
Shot.
Get him.
Good. Can't get shot behind there, so that's good.
Here we go. Starts today. The final 8 teams looking to get to the conference championships. Vikings 49ers 4:30 on CTV, Canada's home for NFL.
Vänta,
11-0. Lite lös.
Nej!
Lite lös bara.
Nej! Helt upp!
11.
As we drop in on Epping and Peter DeCruz. DeCruz now holding the brush as they are sitting 1 and 2. Edge of the in full 8 foot at around 3 o'clock, 12 o'clock. And now this is a draw for 3 as Benoit Schwartz will find the top of the 8 and the 3 spot. And suddenly, Europe takes the lead there over John Epping.
Out of nowhere, too. John just feathered a guard, didn't even move and just redirected his shot, didn't make the shot.
Easy. Clean.
Skip Stones, Kevin Cooey first.
Yep. Whoa.
Yep. Nice shot.
try the aggressive move and lead it to the back one last time.
No choice. You could go around the center guard hoping for an error, but the guard's so long. Kevin would, percentage-wise, probably make it sit 2. Now you cannot blank.
10-4. 10.
Okay.
Emma made a great roll. When it was over the edge, she rolled in enough that if Team Europe went around that corner guard, they wouldn't be shot rock, so it forced the Dean's hand to hit it. And now there's nothing he can really do here other than hope for blank. I think they were, their plan was to score 2.
Yes, they would have preferred that. It's not the worst for Europe. You force the hammer to the odd end for Kui's team.
True. Yeah, try to roll over here. Is that max ice? Are you going to peel or what?
No, I'm going to throw it the same way.
Okay.
I'm just going to try and roll behind the center.
Okay.
No.
He's going to try for the roll, see if he can get a force that way.
No. Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Just across the nose.
Hard flash.
Now,
Hard.
take it over a little more. Now, and he'll tuck maybe a little piece behind that long guard.
Oh, almost perfect.
Kui sharp too, isn't he? Both skips are
Also, like, not as lively.
giving an inch here.
And that was 90 and 85% Adine and Kui respectively to start the end.
Niklas, var den här isen?
Almost.
Saras var 7,5.
Ja.
Final stone.
Ligger bra. Bra Niklas.
Fin.
Pushing it out to back, and so we'll put a blank on the board here in 6. Remains 3-2, Kui in Canada. An update for you, and it's the game between Brendan Boncher and Bruce Mowat. You see Sarah Wilkes with the brush down. Boncher backed up by Brad Thiessen, Rochelle Brown, as the Mowat and the Europeans are sitting 2, looking to run a stone back. In some trouble here, and they will get just the 1. Second stone up top there, so it's a steal of 2 for Mowat and Europe. They lead it 5-1 on this Saturday morning. Well, you know what? They are making... Blame your sister for all that noise. That's why you have to wear the earmuffs. Yeah, trying to stay chilly. It's getting chillier, cooler outside now. Expecting snow later today. This building seats some 1,500, the Sports Centre at London Western Fair. And you see it all, of course, on Canada's sports leader, TSN. There's head coach Jeff Stoughton along with captain David Nedwin. And our featured game on this Saturday morning, Kevin Kui against Nicholas Adine in this mixed game featuring the male and men's skips. Tonight it'll be the women's skips. So after the blank, Kui leads it. But it is Team Europe and Adine that does have last rock. They have the hammer playing the yellow stones.
Whoa, early.
A little late in the
Mine's good.
Sophia's
Good.
out-turn come around.
Hard
So
line.
Kui's just going to use it as a guard.
Pick. Hard.
It's gone again.
Whoa. Pick.
Oh, yeah. That grab.
Yeah.
Top one flash.
I know.
På alla fyra.
They're lined up to hit the yellow, though.
Pretty fortunate.
You got to stay with those as brushers, and they did.
Ja, precis. Den blir en corner. Kommer den här sticka här, eller?
Ja, jag tror att den stickar. Det är det som är grejen.
Sticka, de måste lägga Gardvik borde få ett dubbelsteg igen då.
Ja, känns som att rippa en hård. Få träff, se vad som händer. Ja. Oavsett sida, så länge slagstenen kommer iväg från center och du får bort den och den, så är det bra.
You change gears and go for your 2.
Yeah, because you want 2 or a blank. Just nothing in between. This is not the worst chance for a deuce.
No, not at all.
Jag spelar lite plus, försöker bara sätta...
You are playing around a center guard. You could get that taken away.
True. Not sure how you get this away from your own yellow. You'd have to raise the top one and hit the right-hand edge of the second rock, dragging it to our left. Straight back, obviously, should hit that yellow. Definitely close enough to drag.
Rasmus Vrano. 1, 2, 3, 4. And watch where that stone goes as the shooter rolls over as a guard. And where does that Canadian stone go? Right underneath.
Yes.
They must have had it figured. Sorry, Cheryl. They must have had it figured out.
Pretty.
They had to get that on the other side.
Watch it just followed over. There it goes, and right underneath.
It's funny they even called the brushing on it, Russ.
Right.
Well, there's your force opportunity, but it is around a corner.
What are you thinking, Kev?
So the pick helped Colton there.
Lined him up perfect.
I think he maybe plays that, but then we can still split the ring. I just think you can make this good, and then he maybe can get rid of everything.
Yeah. But I mean, then the guard stays, right?
He might play this too, right?
Yeah. Do you want to waste the shot? Do you want to waste the shot and throw a centerline guard?
I don't, because then he makes
he does double. But then you just put it back there.
Yeah, but that's a long guard. It's hard to beat.
Yeah.
What do you think he does if we go with something like here?
He's going to run this into here.
He's going to try one run and then probably try to go around
he's got to make
centerline
it.
guard.
Yeah.
And
then even if he makes it, we could split it.
Even if he makes it, you're splitting the house. So
yeah, I think go open, see what he does. Get a force here is a bonus.
Yeah. Is it ever?
Try it. Yeah, full 8.
My first thought was this, but I just to make that run double is.
If we go here, he's probably drawing. Like in a,
Well, if he's drawing, I really like this.
I don't
think he's drawing though.
Back there?
If you go here, I think he is.
Yeah.
Drawing? Do you hate that? Then a lot of rocks in play. I know
So
we're
we'd rather give him 2 than blank, right? So if we like kind of tease them into backing.
I mean, they got one. If you throw it here,
he misses
and they
this,
miss
and all of a
run
sudden
back.
we're good.
Yeah. Okay. I don't mind that.
But yeah, I see what you're saying.
Not as in love with. Well, I don't mind that. Just makes this a little easier.
Well,
yeah. Oh, it does.
Whatever you like, Kev.
Go with your gut.
Wow, it's different rules. I don't know.
I think this is
Because
the
of
call, and then he's going to freeze.
the
and now we
tie
have-
and the split point.
We go back, he's going to freeze.
It's a long run.
All right, we'll go open. Coaches
Yeah,
want
let's
to open.
make it good. I think right on the tee line
Back to
back.
You want
the
a
original
little
call.
deeper?
Yeah.
Okay. Should be in good stuff.
There's so much more room for error, too. Yeah, a little bit.
I don't think it's a run
I thought-
slow.
How do you like my weight last time?
I thought it was
Like I did too. I mean, it kicked, so it's hard to say.
So like what you threw kind of coming home, I think just a hair more than that.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
Colton Flash split the rings. T-line. Opposite side.
It's got to be close, guys.
Okay, this is gonna curl. Right on the tee line. Hard.
Miscue.
Looks light.
Gotta
Looks
go.
light.
On the right, Weagle on the
It's gonna
left.
Start curling here hard. Gotta go.
Yeah, go. Come on, him.
Getting more curl than you normally would this late in the game.
Hey, shot, Colton. Hey.
Most surfaces get a little straighter.
Yeah. And really good judge based on that because you can leave those short pretty easily.
Lite tjockad bara.
Ja.
You could go out, turn, hack waiter, hit that red and roll towards the yellows, roll behind the corner. It's tough, but this is no picnic. That's a long run back. They're running it into the corner one that was just thrown.
Yeah. Oh, yep. Yeah!
Running it back and driving it by.
It's a tough run.
Well, it's funny. Somebody said, give him it. It's a long run.
Yeah.
Let him make it.
Yep.
Bolton.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's got double on the other one. Gotta make sure you show him the outside advantage.
So, even if it's kind of like, I'm like edge on
You can
edge.
show him the outside, yes.
Yeah.
As long as he can't hit and roll, right?
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I think that's close.
I like it.
Might see
halfway. I think we're going to be in decent stuff here, yeah.
Nicholas switch gears here. They throw up a corner and try and score their deuce.
Okay, go ahead. Both Emma and Lisa are at 94%.
I agree.
They're doing their job very well.
Yes.
It's yes, dear.
Oh my gosh.
We're good.
A little tighter now, though.
Yeah, they'll take this on, hit 3/4 of this. Have to make sure you make contact on the one that's in the rings and try to slide right across to the other red.
Precis. Dubben är bra. Mer är bara plus.
You could go around this too, Cheryl.
Träffa 2/3 ungefär. Borde den gå rätt mot den här?
Ja. Tror att den kommer gå hyfsat rakt.
Jag tänker också det. Jag kanske
Mycket is
sätter
vill ha.
ut dem lite mer.
Running out of tries to get their blank here. They certainly have to make 2 go away.
Well, and that was my thought when Emma was throwing that corner, that they're probably going to switch gears.
Yeah.
I think the only reason they're not is this is tight, but still a guard.
Whoa!
Sarah McManus got it, stuffed it, and it'll spill out into the open, but it still leaves Cooey and Canada sitting the 2.
Not a great effort there. That was supposed to be high side.
Ah, sorry.
I was thinking here.
Okay.
It's my first thought. I don't know.
Okay.
You like that?
Yeah.
I like that.
You can go either turn, I guess.
I think we got to go
This
the out
one's
turn.
tough. I think I have to play the out.
Yeah.
We're gonna be running some decent stuff here, so that'll
Yeah,
be good.
yeah.
We're not getting in the frost like mine did.
the intern's a bit weird. I think it'll be kind of the same speed as that intern, so I just have to throw a few feet more than that one.
Yeah, like 5 more feet.
Yeah.
Back 4 foot. You just don't want to leave anything that they can get a roll off of. Well, I think at this point you're going to see them just loop around the corner.
Oh, yeah.
They'll have to deal with this one eventually, which is the
What do you think, Cam? What do you think?
idea.
Easy.
I would say there.
Back 4.
Looks heavy.
It's quite heavy.
Really heavy. It's not hitting anything.
It's gonna slow down here a little bit.
It's got to stay in the rings.
Yikes.
And it will not stay in the rings.
Now the blank's still a outside chance.
Sorry, Em. It's like lightning in the middle.
Yeah.
Kör exakt det som
Jag
är
satte
bekvämt.
inte dit den förra.
John Epping and Peter DeCruz. After DeCruz got 3 in 6 to take the lead. Epping now in his last and looking to get those right back. Listen to the crowd here at the Sports Center. Listen to them.
Yes! Can't hurt it.
Make some noise. Canada gets 3.
Good sweeping, buddy.
That'll do. Coming through. Now over. Laying it on the corner. And no, it'll spin away. Oh! Now it came back, and that grabbed their attention.
Oh.
Wow.
That was
it looks like we're
second shot, and it almost came back for a shot.
That's massive that it's not shot, because Kevin can just simply split the rings and score his, get the force here.
Watch, it must grab some frost, and it just comes right back up. Oh.
Oh boy, if that's, you know, if that's shot, he has to run it, then the double's available and you get your blank. Nice try by Sarah.
Assuming we're shot.
I don't think it matters. I didn't really look. Like, even if they're shot, I gotta go here, right?
Yeah.
Right, because you play the run and make it.
Like us,
Nicholas doubles it off.
Blank.
Still need to give him the run.
He's playing the run back.
Run double, I mean.
Yeah.
Same as it's been.
That's a hair slower. This spot, it's not as quick. It's not as quick as your one to the wing over here. It won't be as quick as the one to the wing. 15 there. But it's close.
Skip Stones.
Oh, pretty good to me.
As we play here in 6.
Wait only.
Again, a reminder, all the games are worth a single point.
Good room, though. Go. Hard.
We play the 8.
Hard like him.
Tied, no extras. And we'll just split the point. Colton Flash.
Gotta go. Gotta go.
Lisa Weigel. Dragging it around a little bit more. Oh, no, didn't come up enough. It's third shot.
I thought it was light, but...
The ice is changing. There's no question about it. We saw a couple picks. We've seen some real big overcurls in the 6th end. An aggressive curl on that one.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful game for the two skips. Really backed up by their respective teams. Player numbers brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. So quickly, let's go over to Brendan Bodger, Bruce Mowat. It's been all Mowat struggles for Canada as they've given up a steal of 3 points and more problems. You got it, really. And that's a steal of 2 more.
That's good, guys.
And that's good. That's enough. And Bruce Mowat and Europe will win it 7-1 the final as they pick up another full point.
Tough one.
Good second half. Yeah, good second half. Oh, please.
Open. Nice pass.
Yeah, girl.
David Murdoch coaching this European team as they pick up the full point, extend their lead now. 9 points.
Du kan ju liksom få en lite så här också.
How important was that roll by Saras now that didn't quite get shot? If she was shot, he just loops around, sits 2, scores his deuce. Just trying to find a way to blank still, aren't they?
Yeah, he's really looking at that run. Yellow run across the rings.
Kevin did a good enough job to bury that enough that I don't think there's a red double unless you play the run double. That's so tough.
No, you can't quite see enough of that red one.
Another shot to see you could go right around the red one. Go for your 2 that way. You could tick the shot rock, sit 2, and hope that Kevin doesn't make an easy double.
But the Nicholas Sedin special.
Yeah, the way he's playing, how do you argue with this one?
My instinct would be to go around.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, the risk with the come around is it's a short yellow-red run. Then you might end up being deep. He freezes. You get forced, but.
This puts zero pressure on Kevin, though, if it's not made. And this is so hard.
Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa. Nada.
Nicholas Hedin.
Whoa.
Nada.
Nej.
Nej.
Nej, 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 nej.
Jobba, jobba, jobba.
Wow. You just wouldn't expect it. He played so well.
Wow, it was a tough shot because he's trying to hit about an inch of that back one with a raised rock. It's
I thought we were.
these are not easy.
No.
No.
But again, further to your point, Carol, the shot he didn't necessarily have to play. He could have. He had other options.
Yeah, I mean, I instinctively would play the intern come around that corner guard that he played at and try and get a deuce that way. But
yeah, I hear you.
I just gotta. I'm just
as
wondering.
we noted, that's just his. He loves those shots. He's been making them this game. That's the other thing.
We only have to tap it, what, 6 inches? But then there might be a triple.
I think the same shot's easier because, like, to throw the tap's probably easier to throw the out turn, and we're running into the
tapping a rock though. It's a
too.
triple.
Yeah.
Stay away from that one. Just go right around it.
Really hard. Yeah, top 4.
Now, if you're a Dean, what's the thought? Do you give them one?
One rock.
And then you've got hammer and chance to tie it up for the split. You take one,
deuce, yeah,
and you got a steal.
Yeah.
Give me edge 8, Emma.
Edge of 8?
Yeah, I love this tie situation.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, it adds so
That's
much.
the only issue.
Yeah.
To your point, you're probably better trying to get 2, down 4-2.
It's got to be positive, right?
Yeah, you got to be
Get
positive.
the tie out of it, then steal.
I think so.
Mind you, we said that last night, and Moet stole.
Vic pointed that out 3
Yes,
or 4
he did,
times.
and all the way home.
Yes, that's right.
Line's good.
Definitely more.
Line's
Top 4.
good.
Don't like you're heavy. Top 4. Hard.
Line's straight.
Easy. T-line. Oh. Yeah, yes.
Good weight.
So worried about Nicholas's hitting ability that they did brush it to get it by, fearing it would set up a double.
Yeah. You feel that way more positive, though.
We were a little more aggressive.
Yes.
Finns det någonsin någon fara?
Nej, det ser inte så ut. Dra för att tappa 1 någonstans.
Kan vi klippa den också?
Ja, precis. Det kan vi göra.
Ja, vi får inte råka nudda den där bara, då blir det 2.
Och klipper den inifrån.
Vill vi dra samma då?
Svårt att dra, alltså.
Men bara dra
Dra
här.
mot hans 4.
Ja, för att den curlar så mycket så jag kan snabbt gå in i den här. Då.
Ja. Du har ju insidan
Ja,
där
det
bara,
kanske jag
så
klippar den här
halv
ändå
från
då.
halv.
Ja, vill du spela inifrån eller?
You know, if you're going to give them one, you would typically just take a rip at that one that Kevin just threw, but you could take your own yellow out.
Right.
So I think they've decided to hit this one instead.
Which has a little bit of risk, too.
It does. Doesn't look a whole lot better.
Kevin ended up in a real good spot there. And they are going to try to give them one.
Yeah.
Borde inte hända så mycket.
Det ser bra ut fram till håll, så jag tror att det kommer vara lugnt då.
Yep. Yeah! Hårt, Rally! Järnet!
Come across. Oh, goodness. For all the times, the Dean struggles a little bit. Cooey picks up a steal. Well, that's a very, very big, to say the least, stolen point for Canada and Kevin Cooey, who is now up 4-2. We go to 8. And Nicholas Hedin and Team Europe will once again have last rock. They have the hammer playing the Yellowstones. We already have one final. And Team Europe, Bruce Moet, is a winner over Brendan Botcher. And so a full point going to Team Europe on Mouet's win. Extending their lead now to 14-5. 2 games remain on the ice, and at the moment they are both Canadian leads. 4-2 in our game and a 6-4. John Epping leading the team of Peter de Cruz in Europe. And in both these games that are coming to an end, it is the European side trailing by 2, and both of them do have last rocks coming home.
I find the option to tie a game and split the points adds a different dynamic. And as a team, if the game isn't working out that well for you, you have to decide in 6 or 7 what the plan is. And for Nicholas, that's what it was. He had a chance to take one that end and decided to give the point to Cooey because he feels he has a better chance to split the points by getting his deuces in with Hammer. To take his point there, he's tied without stealing against Kevin Cooey. Probably a tough job.
I've left a triple here.
Kan spela en chapp. Jag tror att den precis tickar den här. Lite high side så får man dubbeln där. Okay också.
Keep an eye on these come arounds later in this end. They're kind of grinding and curling a little more than both teams expect.
Borde få med den. Gillar du innan?
Cheryl, help me out here. I know they've, as we look at it, they have the 2 corners, Europe I'm speaking of, so they can use those. But you've got a little bit of a stagger there. Now, albeit the shot rock is in the top 4. Do you not think about playing down and tapping that stone back and then using those staggers to generate some points?
I think you want to keep it open to make sure you have a chance. You start going around that center so early and they get something around those staggers, and now you end up giving up a stolen point that end and losing the game. So you keep it open, delay going around those corners. And now they get your deuce.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Now you've got to stagger again, and that stone has popped out into the open.
Yeah, Kevin's very happy about that stagger.
I like the end.
Didn't work out so good for Nicholas trying to run those centers.
Yeah, I think you can think back house.
Okay.
But he has accomplished one thing. He's got a bunch of rocks he can use to get an error. He only needs 1 error here to get that 2.
Top 8, top 4.
Light.
I agree.
Line's fine.
It's running. Yeah, line.
And you gotta go.
Yeah, line.
Colton
Wait
Flash.
only though, girls.
Hard.
Whoa, wait only.
Legal. Miss Q getting a little help from the crowd here at the
Line's great.
Sports Center.
Hard catch. Curl.
Round they go. And finishes right underneath.
Very nice.
Yeah, that stagger, nothing's lined up, is it?
No, and that's the only way for Nicholas that he can lose his point. It's early enough, just keep opening it up.
Ja. Ganska många chanser att få 2 då i alla fall. Ja. Vanlig clearing. Vilken hand gillar du? Whoa. Mer. Whoa.
They'll try and keep these yellows around too, so you've got to look at this one. He's going to get it in the rings.
And partly buried.
Great call. So there's with those corners. Eventually you get to use them. It's a great shot.
We're gonna think we gotta call timeout.
Yeah. Okay.
You like
I don't
that?
mind it, just because of the situation.
Yeah, I think so.
Although 2, like, I mean, he's gonna have a hard shot for 2 right now.
Yeah.
Good guard.
Set or draw around that corner.
Time out.
What do you like, Em?
Either one's fine.
I think so, Kev. Just rip it out.
Yeah, just peel it out and then.
I can see.
Well, remember now that Canada and Cooey started off with last rock, gave up a steal, deuce in 3, the steal in 7, that's big to give them a 2-point lead. And Nicholas Edin, who was curling 100% through 3, now has missed a few. and is down at 79%. The game story brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada.
And then you know what? I guess you play the run back, and if you roll, yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Just whatever you like, peel.
Yeah.
Peel's the easiest.
Where I let go, eh? Over the frost. Yeah. I'm gonna throw this for you to sweep it. I think if you're off them, the frost makes them
Yeah,
thick.
I'll stay close.
Yeah.
The
be
real
loud, it's hard to
danger
hear.
here is that guard. Guess where that guard's going if they wreck. There's a possibility to get a little unlucky here.
Lead.
Yep.
Emma
Nice.
miscue.
Oh.
Great throw.
Shot.
They shot him. Good shot.
Is her, you've both talked, Cheryl, about Emma's, the pop in her release. It seems to me there's less of that pop, if we call it that, when she's playing a real upweight shot than there is when it's maybe a little more softer shot. Am I right?
You are, because it's a little scarier when you have that up weight and you do pop it back. There's no time for the rock to come back, so they've got that controlled pretty good. It's interesting that the Homan team, and I don't think people realize it, they will go out to play an event and assess the ice and decide that they want to throw 4 rotations on that ice or 3 rotations, depending on whether the ice curls a lot or not. They work very hard at crafting that.
Trouble
It's
here.
a weapon.
And will slide back for second shot and also into the open.
So if the ice isn't curling a lot, they can say to each other, I think this ice is 2.5 rotation ice. And they can throw 2.5 rotations and get curl.
Brilliant.
Or if it's swinging a lot, they can say, we need 5 here.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Key is they can repeat it
Whoa.
over and over again.
Lead. Nice shooting.
Good shot, Sam.
Emma's thrown it well all the game, but just the broom was in the wrong spot a few times early, and Rachel's played exceptional so far in this event.
Känns också där, tycker jag.
Bakom Tis nu. Båda är helt okej ändå.
På 10 topp.
Vi curlar med er.
10.
Nej, bara er.
10.
Bara er.
Helst inte.
Den är lite bakom.
Well, John Epping and Team Canada, they do lead it by 2. And they are the shot stone. You see it center line top 4, but Peter de Cruz holding the brush for Benoit Schwartz. And Schwartz will have a chance here to get the deuce and tie the game and split the point.
Let's go.
Really precise here. You can only see part of that red one.
Silvana Tiranzoni picks up the brush. And sit there, and there it is. As he hangs it on the edge of the floor for 2 to tie and a half a point.
I want a heart rate monitor on him. I want to see
No kidding.
if it increases at all.
Switzerland's answer to Kevin Cooey.
Yes.
Well, you know, he said yesterday that he thinks it runs in the family. His dad, or a grandfather, I guess it was a marksman in the military. And he said his grandfather had no pulse at times. It was just, and he says that is inherent in me.
It is.
Great shot. I'm right behind where Kevin threw that. You can only see about 3 inches of that thing.
So it's better than if you're playing in the middle, but in some spots.
Game on that spot.
Yeah.
Well, if I come around, he's probably going to run double. Or I follow him.
You follow him? That's what I was thinking. Just make sure you guys get
Vi kan nog spela 10.
Look like it's getting up to decent there, right?
If he overcurls, he'll follow away.
Still trying for the 2 here, obviously. So right around that corner guard one more time. If it's perfect, I would think Kevin draws for 2 somewhere.
Yeah, the game has fallen off for Nicholas Hedin.
Känns bra!
Helt del. Linjen är bra.
Bra linje.
Bra linje.
Japp.
8. Håll igång lite.
8.
Risk över curl.
Stanna högt då, stanna högt då, stanna högt då.
Stanna nu. Sitt.
Sitt.
Bra.
Fin. Bra, snyggt.
Det var en skena.
Ja, satan.
Almost impossible to get those to stop.
You might have more.
It's just anywhere weight, and that's coming out wide
You have
open.
more of it this time.
You have more of it, he says. See what you see from the hack? We got by. We cleared the last guard by a couple.
He's got more. I like the same shot. We made it 3 times in a row.
You like this?
Yeah, but you can't miss this particular one. Yeah, I think you draw for 2 for somewhere. And you put it there, the game is over.
Well, 15, so he doesn't have to be that good, right? I mean, he's kind of good. He's got this run double.
Where do we need to be here?
You really can't leave a double, can you?
No. You hate the same shot?
A little high, it would
you got
jam.
The same amount, if not more.
Yeah, probably the worst spot is T-line, and the straight back raise double for Nicholas. Has to be perfect, though. Take your chances.
Kind of dead even with ours.
Okay.
They've already secured the half a point.
He's pretty good here. So it's like 14, 14 and a half, 14.75.
Cheryl pointed out so far, none of the
I threw last time
Canadian men
where you threw, where you're just a
have
hair
picked
light,
up
that's
any
really good here.
full points yet. Half points, but nothing full point.
What I pointed out was that the women had really been pulling their
I
weight.
forgot that part of it.
Not the way we took it.
You guys are so sensitive.
I don't think you need to.
I think it's good.
Whoa! Wait only!
Gotta get up.
It's touch and
Get
go.
off that guard. Get off that center guard. And now sit down. And in a hurry, sit down. Quick, 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 sit down. Oh, no. Overbrush.
Back to your men-women thing. Colton wanted to brush that, and Lisa didn't, and she was right.
Oh, you're on my bad.
I am now, yeah.
Well, it happened earlier, too, remember? Lisa, judged the stone and almost slapped his hand to get him off it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that was not good there. In fairness, though, a lot of the rocks have been smudging up. They've been over curling. Kevin's especially with a little less rotation. But the
Now you're looking pretty smart if you're Europe giving up that point last end.
right. It's just not easy, though, is it? Because
Borde komma ner lite grann
it's in a
där inne, va?
swingy spot in an area that's getting swingier. Can't roll out, of course. You can't even jam it onto the Canadian rock.
Well, then Europe didn't really have a chance until that miss, and we haven't seen many misses by Kui.
Maybe a board. Can't be much more than board. Nicholas, I was picking at him yesterday. He threw 3 out-turn hits, normal weight hits. Quite a bit narrow.
Final stone. Little quiet tap. Gotta move it, however. Gotta move it. Back 12 at least. Nothing yet. Mobergs, Frano, nothing yet. Now we're going to move it back far enough. Is it going to jam? Is it going to catch? Is it going to go? And it will go far enough. Lovely weight. Taps it far enough. Sits down. And it's a 2 and a tie. And another split point. Make the final. 4-4. And still, no male Canadian has picked up a full point. So Europe continues to lead it. It's 9 points. We still have lots to play for later today, and of course tomorrow with skins. That's a really good comeback for the Europeans. Managing to split 2 and win 1.
The 2020 OK Tire and BKT Tires Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada. The 2020 OK Tire and BKT Tires Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. By OK Tire and BKT Tires. And by Scotties, Canada's #1 tissue.
We're going to take a break and be back with you at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. It'll be mixed doubles. Rachel Homan, Ben Hebert against Eve Muirhead and Bobby Lammy. Muirhead and Lammy with their respective teams coming off wins this past weekend at the Perth Masters. So Europe leads it by 9 after play this morning as we continue on with this 16th edition of the Continental Cup from London. That's all here on Canada's sports leader, TSN.